Dragons! That got your attention, didn't it? Yeah, I thought it might. I know you Magic players. Yo, guys, it's Nick's Lotus.
Sorry. Nervous eater.
With 3 fun deck ideas for Commander. Shout out to Peproth6280 for the recommendation to make another one of these videos because it came to the conclusion of 3 pretty sick decks. Up first, we've got Sisay, Weatherlight Captain, Toolbox Partner Control deck? I don't know. Sisay is 2 and a white for a 2/2 human soldier. She gets +1/+1 for each color among legendary permanents you control. You can also pay all 5 colors to search your library for a legendary permanent that has less mana value than her power and put that card onto the battlefield. So, the name of the game normally is to get her to a 7/7, tutor out bombs, and win the game with those bombs. But nah. We don't play decks how they're supposed to be played. You clearly have never visited my channel, and while we're on it, go ahead and subscribe if you're not. Good. Alright, our Sisay build is based around the partner commanders. And not those ones. No. Not the good ones. Get out of here. Yeah, those ones. We run those ones. We run the partner commanders that partner specifically with other cards. For example, Kazur Ruthless Stalker pairs with Akuma Stalking Shadows, which means when one of those enters the battlefield, you get to tutor the other one out of your deck into your hand. Yeah, this is extra good in Sisay because you add 2 colors to her +1/+1 ability by tutoring up Akima, and just doing that adds a 3rd color with Kazur into your hand, passively providing card advantage on top of her ability already being a busted tutor ability. Need some cards in your hand and bodies on the board? Search for Krav and Regna. Need some pseudo removal and big boy bodies? Search for Timon and Rada. Need some card draw? Search for Zitter Split and Okun. I have no idea how you pronounce either one of those. I gave it my best shot. Value central over here. Keep a full hand and a whole lot of answers in this one. Next, we've got Ryan, Angel of Rebirth, Voltron Protection Tribal. The Angel of Aegis, the tri-colored Trojan, if you will. Ryan is 2 a red, a green, and a white for a 5/4 angel with flying. Other multicolored creatures you control get +1/+0. We don't really care about that. More importantly, whenever a multicolored creature you control dies, return it to your hand at the end of turn. This deck is a Voltron deck based around buffing up Ryan as big as possible and winning with commander damage. Of course, it runs the Voltron classics like Commander's Play, Mother of Ruins, the Swords. We all know these. Where this deck gets spicy is cards like Safi, Luxodon Hierarch, or Dauntless Escort to keep him alive every turn, because they'll just come back to our hand at the end of turn to use all over again. Throw in cards like Quasali Pridemate, Goblin Legionnaire, and Elvish Hex Hunter for reusable removal, and you're keeping that Ryan safe as hell while angelically sending your opponents to the great beyond. Also, Spark Trooper and Brian Stoutarm. I didn't know where to throw these in, but need I say more? I needn't. And lastly, what you've all been waiting for. Dragons! Sneak Attack, Dragon, Bounce. Yeah, that one probably needs an explanation. The commander of this deck is Ziralan of the Claw. Ziralan is 3 and 2 red for a 3/4 legendary Vishino with the ability to pay 1 and 2 red tap to search your library for a dragon card and put it directly into play. It gains haste, exile it at the end of turn. So it's a sneak attack for dragons out of your deck. And wait a second, that's weird. This card doesn't have the stipulation of exiling the creature when it leaves play. That'll come in handy later. Run the classics like Crucible of Fire and Dragon Tempest, and then cards like Dragonlord Serpent for your early game utility dragons like Terror of the Peaks or Thunderbeak Regent, and use your commander Ziralan's ability late game to cheat in huge beaters like Ancient Copper Dragon and Chiss Gori of Forge Tyrant to bash the game into a victory. Add cards like 1000-Year Elixir to reuse your commander's ability, and give him pseudo haste to activate this ability on the turn he is played. Other haste enablers are just good in this deck, so throw some of those in there as well. Then add cards like Warstorm Surge into the mix to maximize damage output, and then exile those dragons at the end of turn. Right? Wrong. Bitch, Erratic Portal and Decoction Module are the deck's MVPs, allowing us to bounce those dragons back to our hand before the end step. Yeah, they didn't word this card correctly, so we can use them all again later. You like dragons? How about dragging these? But anyway, I hope you like these decks. Make sure to subscribe if you're not. For more brews, builds, and belches, much love. Go play some Magic, guys.